All right, so here is your Quiz 17 study guide. And problem number 1 asks, is x minus 2 a factor of p of x is equal to x to the third plus 2x squared minus 6x minus 4. If it is, write p of x as a product of two factors. So the first thing we're going to do is divide. And if x minus 2 goes into this evenly, then it's a factor. And we're just going to write this p of x as the product of two factors. So I'm going to use the synthetic division technique. So I'm going to take my 2, and then I'm going to use a 1, a 2, a negative 6, and a negative 4. Bring down my 1, and 2 times 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Negative 6 plus 8 is negative 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And when we add these together, I should have gotten a positive 4. This is supposed to work here. So negative 6 plus 8 is positive 2, and 2 times positive 2 is positive 4. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0. So if we have a 0 remainder, then x minus 2 is a factor. And we're going to write this as a product of two factors, so we're going to write p of x is equal to x minus 2 times x squared plus 4x plus 2. And we got that from right here. All right, so it's a factor if it can be divided with a 0 as a remainder. And then you've got, if you're looking at the study guide itself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 more division problems to do tomorrow. I'm gonna do about 3 of those, and then I'll do the final problems, or the final 2 problems from the study guide. So number 2 asks you to divide, and I'm going to use, and you can use, synthetic division for all of these problems. Okay, you don't have to use the long division unless you want to. So problem number 2, I'm going to divide that x plus 4 by using a negative 4. I'm going to divide it into a 4, 2, 3, and 4. And again, we're going to bring down this leading coefficient. Negative 4 times 4 is negative 16. 2 plus negative 16 is negative 14. Negative 4 times negative 14 is 56. And 3 plus 56 is 59. 4 times 59 is negative 236, and 4 plus negative 236 is negative 232. So again, this is our remainder. So when we divide, our quotient is 4x squared minus 14x plus 59, remainder negative 232. Problem number 5. We're dividing x minus 2, so we're using a positive 2, and it's going to go into negative 6x to the third, so negative 6 plus 18x squared minus 7x minus 10. Bring down this negative 6, and 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. 18 plus negative 12 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. Negative 7 plus 12 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. So we got a 0 remainder. So our quotient is negative 6x squared minus 6x. I'm sorry, plus 6x plus 5. Problem number 7. Problem number 7, let's see, divide. Negative 14x to the third minus 840 plus 14x by x plus 4. Just be careful on this problem. If you look at this trinomial here, the exponents are out of order and it's missing something squared. So I would suggest you rewrite it as negative 14x to the third plus 0x squared plus 14x minus 840. That may help you eliminate making a mistake. And then use your synthetic division technique. So we're going to take the minus 4, and it's going into the negative 14, 0, positive 14, negative 840. So we're going to bring down the negative 14, and negative 14 times negative 4 is 56. 0 plus 56 is 56. 4 times 56 is negative 224 plus 14 negative 210 times 4 negative positive 840. We get a 0 remainder. So we get quotient of negative 14x squared plus 56x minus 210. Any questions on any of those problems? All right, and then I'm going to do problems 8 and 9. Problem number 8. Problem number 8 says use synthetic division to find P sub 4 for P of x is equal to x to the 4th plus x to the 3rd plus 10x squared plus 9x minus 6. Now, you can evaluate this P sub 4 two ways, or P of 4 two ways. You can substitute it into this equation, all right? Or you can use synthetic division, and whatever the remainder is will be the answer to this problem. So here's what I mean. Now, just kind of be careful on these two problems. You're not going to change the sign of this 4. You're going to take the 4, you're going to use synthetic division, and you're going to use this polynomial of 5 terms. So we're going to go with a 1, a 10, a 9, and a negative 6. We're going to bring down our 1. And 4 times 1 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 10 plus 20 is 30. 4 times 30 is 120. 9 plus 120 is 129. And 4 times 129 is 516. And negative 6 plus 516 is 510. The remainder is what P of 4 or P of 4 is equal to. So we're evaluating 4 for this equation. So our P of 4 is equal to 510. Make sense? In this case, don't change the sign of what you're evaluating. Use the value that they're asking you to find in the synthetic division technique. So then number 9 asks you, same thing. Number 9, find P of 3 for P of x is equal to x to the 4th minus 6x to the 3rd plus 10x minus 3. Now be careful because you're missing an x squared again, okay? So let's see if you have to fill that in or not. Let's try it with the 3. And let's go straight into the 1, negative 6, 10, negative 3. All right, so we bring down the 1, and 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. 3 times negative 3, negative 9. 10 plus negative 9 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Okay, so we can't do that, all right? If you take 3 and raise it to the 4th and subtract 6 times 3 raised, you're not going to end up with 0. So what we're going to do here, since we're missing the x squared, we're going to do the same thing we do when we divide. So we've got the 1 from the x to the 4th, the negative 6 from the x to the 3rd. We got to use a 0 for the x squared that's not there, and then our 10, and then our negative 3. And bring down the 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3. And 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. 0 plus negative 9 is negative 9. 3 times negative 9 is negative 27. 10 plus negative 27 is negative 17. 3 times 17 negative is negative 51. And negative 3 plus negative 51 is negative 54. So our P of 3 is equal to negative 54. All right, so that's using synthetic division to evaluate an equation for a given value. All right, does anybody have any questions from that study guide?